But as a bunch of we're Dota players. We're mean people, so it's nice. They do like to experiment on Lilgun. For Neon, not so much. It's gonna be the Enryu Enigma SE on the Mars. I don't know if he pronounces SE or C. The position 5 Marcy Ember Spirit's gonna go for Avatar mode, and Lilgun they go with the Rubik. So if this was standard, we'd go something like Rubik 4, Undying 5, Kunkka and Shadowfiend 1 and 2, not exactly sure where they'd go. Maybe Kunkka could also go 3, but that would be the sort of expectation. But it could really go anywhere with Lilgun. And I'm hoping we're seeing something like a mid Rubik and a 4 Shadowfiend. I don't think we're going to go that crazy, but it would be fun.
Yeah, I think Lilgun are keeping it a little bit more traditional in terms of the heroes and what roles they want to be playing. It's interesting that the Rubik comes out because Rubik could be a big one in... It doesn't even need to, how do I want to say this? It doesn't need to directly threaten the Enigma with the black hole.
Yes.
Even just having the Rubik around in the draft is enough for the Enigma to be worried about using that black hole and not catching out the Rubik, Do you think this time we see, well, obviously in the first game of the day, TNC went for the Wraith Pact and their Enigma first. Do you think here, Neon, do they want to be going straight for the BKB Blink Dagger on the Enigma here to try and actually get good black holes off? Or do you think it's going to be something similar with the Wraith Pact, letting the other heroes initiate and then trying to follow up with the black hole?
I think you want to go Wraith Pact. If you're asking me, I think they'd go for the Wraith Pact. Why? Because let's say you go for the Blink Dagger, and you blink in, you use the black hole, Rubik steals it. Suddenly, not only is your best skill countered, but a lot of your early game investment money is also gone because you spend so much on landing the good black hole. Whereas if you go for Wraith Pact, you can just kill Rubik at some point. Maybe you wait for him to use the spell steal. Then you can just black hole on even one person. It's still worth it. And the Wraith Pact itself gives you a lot of value. So I would say in this game you want to go for the Wraith Pact.
Yeah.
You also have like a Snapfire, Ember Spirit. You have Marcy jumping in. You have a lot of people sort of going in, setting things up for you. So you just need to get Black Hole once. So I'm definitely on a Wraith Pact first in this game for Enigma.
Okay, well, we'll see what it is actually. I mean, okay, so the Snapfire comes out this time as well.
Good for the Tombstone.
Yeah, straight for the Tombstone. Good utility as well with the Enigma, with the Ember Spirit. If you catch somebody with a nice Sleight of Fist into the Searing Chains, Black Hole comes out. Then you get the Snapfire follow up with the Mortimer Kisses as well. So there is a lot of damage coming out from Neon Esports. But where do you think then the tower taking potential is going to come from? Is it going to be the Snapfire with the little Shredder, the Master with the Unleash onto these towers? Or do you think now that Neon, because they have a lot of team fight here, do they just follow up on this with the extra team fight in their carry? Or do they want something that is going to be taking buildings down quick?
Man, the best team fight carry is taken out with a Faceless Void, so it'll be interesting to see what they go for. And there comes the Dazzle, so Dazzle, Rubik, or Undying. One of them is going to be a core. I love that. Feel like it should be the Undying off lane and maybe Kunkka carry and Shadowfiend mid with the Dazzle and the Rubik playing 4-5. Back to your question though, I think they have decent amount of tower push because, like you said, they also have the Eidolons, right? So they have a decent amount. More would be good, but I don't think you're hurting on it so much. And I think one might want to commit a bit more to the team fight. We'll find out what they go with for a carry here. Luna wouldn't be so bad if they want to go for that sort of, decent team fight, also pretty good tower pusher. Although I'm not quite sure that Luna's the best here at the meta right now. Let's see what else is there. The damage from Lilgun is decent, but it's not insane damage that you have to worry about. Medusa wouldn't be so bad if she was in the meta. For Lilgun, what they have? They have the Bloodseeker's been banned. Broodmother like it. Nature's Prophet is another hero that 4-2-3 plays. Good for split pushing. Good work for them. Oh, sorry, it's Neon. Oh, they go for the Clinks in the end. All right. Huge amount of damage. Works really well with the Black Hole. Does tower damage with decent amount of tower damage, I suppose. And relatively tanky, which I like. So, all right. I like this pick from Neon Esports, this Clinks pick. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's one of those heroes that's been in and around, but hasn't really been solidified in the meta here, the Clink. So I'm interested to see how this interacts. Like you say, with the Black Hole, how it's going to try and get around the team fights. If it's going to be in and out. You do have decent front line with the Snapfire and the Marcy being able to jump in and just disrupt the fights with the Cookie or with the Dispose being able to rebound in. The sidekick's going to be extra damage as well. Enigma can sit on the back. He's got the control coming through with the Malefice and the Black Hole. So I am interested. I'm looking at this going, okay, yeah, Neon, decent draft. But then I'm just looking at Lilgun with the Kunkka and the Shadow Fiend, pumping out so much physical damage. The Undying being able to, you know, if you get a good fight, then you're going to be able to take so much health away. The Tombstone's going to be dealt with. That's a great distraction in these fights. Dazzle's going to be able to keep people alive. Rubik with, again, the threat of being able to steal that Black Hole. So I don't know whose lineup I prefer here. I am genuinely, you know, like, torn between the two teams. They both have decent drafts.
Yeah, and one of the things that was really good about TNC the previous game was they had good amount of pokes. We talked about high mobility, but here you're up against a Kunkka with X mark. So if you jump in thinking you're going to jump out, it's not going to be as easy. Even the Rubik lift is something like, oh, we're going to jump in. There's a solid amount of control coming out from Lilgun. Not in terms of stuns, like it's like what. You got the Rubik lift, then you got what, Torrent and Boat. That's not exactly much from Kunkka. It's mostly the Rubik lift. But in terms of, we can make sure one guy doesn't leave us when he wants to.
Yeah.
That's something to be kind of worried about if you are on the Esports side. Overall, I don't know who to favor as well, but since we're paid to pick one, I think I'm going to go with Neon. I love the Enigma and the Clicks combo. I think that should work for them. Lilgun's draft is creative with the Undying offlane, but I think you can deal with that. Their damage is not insane. They're not gonna be able to bring down Clinks instantly, and I think Neon they're just gonna they're stronger late game. They have great team fight. It's all in on Neon. Bet your houses, ladies and gentlemen.
No. We don't.
Yes.
Do you think?
Yes.
Really?
Your house, not mine, of course.
Yeah, that's the old way that I used to see. God, the amount of times it's like, yeah, no, this is a shot, because I used to work in a betting shop. So
okay,
I used to see people, defo, yeah, no, it's guaranteed success, 100%. Put your money on
easy
that.
money,
easy money, and then it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't.
Was it? Well, easy money for someone, not for the person.
Easy money for the company, yeah.
Well, smoke action. We're starting off here. Let's see what they're gonna find. And Marcy, play hard. He's there. He's got the rebound, but no one to jump to. If they find him, the smoke breaks. He realizes, walks away, and by the skin of his teeth, he makes it out.
Yeah, he's going to be chased down, like say, 5 heroes coming in from the side of Lilgun here, so they wanted to get that early advantage. They are going to be able to claim this the rune here on the bottom, but I think the Snapfire. Does he get brave? Does he want to rotate? Maybe try and steal one back? Because this is going to be a really nice, if nobody takes that top rune, just a really nice Brucey bonus here for the side of Lilgun to get themselves going.
One problem for Neon Esports draft is that they don't really have a guy who stands in front and wants to get the enemy's attention. I mean, look at Lilgun. You got the Kunkka and the Undying Core. Undying Flesh Golem, guy is going to have 4,000 health with a decent amount of armor and magic resistance, maybe a BKB on top of that. Neon's going to be like, we got to deal with this guy. He's very tanky. Kunkka Boat, 50% damage reduction. That's going to be a lot of mad damage mitigation. Look at Neon Esports draft. Ember's not a frontliner. Definitely not the Enigma or the Snap or the Marcy's position 5.
Yeah.
It's like Clinks can if he eats a creep and sort of goes in front, but you don't really always want to have Fortune Soul do that for you. You kind of want someone else to do that. So bit awkward situation for Neon if they fall behind.
Ace though is going to be in trouble in the river. He's going to be chased down here. He's already used that poison touch, but the Orb of Venom slowing him down. Is this going to be the first blood between the two support? It looks like it is.
Kick.
Yeah.
You see how players just kicked him in the butt? It's like, I fall down to the guy. You're dead. But yeah, they definitely need this. Neon, I do think that if they fall behind, it's going to be tough for them. If they're ahead, they could probably run through the game. Lilgun, if they're even, Lilgun can take it. They can take a fight just because their lineup is so much more durable than Neon. Or at least easier to execute.
Yeah. And it looks like we're getting musical lanes as well. The Enigma did move to the bottom lane, drop some Eidolons, but because the Rubik, is there, the Fade Bolt's going to be able to deal a lot of damage to them. The Kunkka's going to be able to come down. Maybe they're watching that first series of the day. They don't want to be putting the Enigma up against the Kunkka, so the Kunkka rotates down, but he's not really shown on lane yet. He's still got that TP, so he might even just move himself back up to the top lane. You can see the Undying, he's in the jungle as well. He's just trying to waste a little bit. He's not even wasting a little bit of time. It's in the mid lane. Sanctity, that is not your part of the river, mate.
That is odd, but yeah, he's okay. And this is going to be something, though, the Shaffian versus Ember matchup. I mean, Shaffian should be able to have pretty solid time. Look at him, he's just standing. He's like, yeah, come on. I just stand right next to him, beat him up, Avatar mode, with the moment he comes up. And this Kunkka, he's walking all the way. Remember, this is the carry Kunkka.
Yeah.
You know, this is the core Kunkka. He's walking all the way top lane. He's only got 5 CS in the first 2 minutes. And most of them were because he cleared out an easy camp. Like, these were the small, kobold, disgusting creatures that are there.
Yeah, but you can see that, again, there's a bit of musical lanes going on, so if he's going to force the TP from the... Oh, they might be able to get onto Ace. Ace is using that poison touch. He's going to go down again because there was no core in this lane. But, yeah, you can see the 4-2-3. If Enryu goes for the TP now, he wants to be able to follow it immediately with his own TP. That's why he went for a walk. The Undying doing the same, just in case we are going to see some more musical lanes. But you can see that Lilgun really want to force this matchup between the Kunkka and the Enigma.
Yes. And then we're after one's like, which team is more stubborn? You know, which team is like, oh yeah, I'm doing, you know, I don't care, I'm doing my. And it looks like Lilgun got what they wanted. They, you know, Enryu was like, I'm not gonna waste my time teleporting bot. Maybe if he dies, he'll like walk bottom, and then the 4-3 will have to teleport there. Then Enryu will teleport top. Yeah. My God, it's very confusing. It's very confusing. But that might be what they want to do here. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna settle in it. We got enough of a decent advantage for Enryu right now.
Meanwhile, just split between the two heroes, the two groups of heroes on the bottom lane as well. It looks like C's going to be able to get himself over to the room, but yeah. And this is another thing as well, that we've got the Undying coming through, that he's just, you know, going to be able to put the pressure onto Fortune Soul here with the decay, because it's going to be, you know, he's got 8 minus stacks on the health already, and if Undying just keeps going, I know this keeps getting the decay off. How many? He's only got 2 mangoes, but yeah, if you keep this Clinks low, then he is going to be at the mercy of the Fader Bolts, you know, add the telekinesis back into the Tombstones, because again, what else can he do on this lane? Okay, he's a ranged hero with a ranged support, so the cookies are going to be able to come out. That's going to help him a little bit, but if you put this hero under pressure, how does he recover early?
I mean, it's not so bad, right? Like Clinks say, you know, you're seeing they go Falcon Blade, Maelstrom, they can farm jungle camps pretty easily. But one thing I do like about what we're seeing from the Undying here is that he actually hasn't put a point at level 2. He's like, I'll take Soul Rip if I can get a kill. I'll take Tombstone if, you know, we're forcing a team fight, which is very clever. Yeah. He doesn't want to commit one way or the other. He has 2 points in Decay, but not anything. No, the third point still not used.
This is quite clever as well in the mid lane. Looking at this Observer Ward that's coming out for the side of Neon, just saw that Sanctity was moving down towards the bottom rune. There was the rotation coming over from the Snapfire, so Avatar moved himself over to the top rune, and Snapfire took that bottom bounty, so Sanctity was going to be left with an empty bottle.
Meanwhile, I mean, the top...
Poison Touch does come out, yeah, play hard. The Torrent's not going to be on the mark as well. 4-2-3 is going to be taking a lot of damage. He's exposed. It drags him back in the danger. Enryu is going to be able to pick up this kill here on this lane. Play hard's going to get low, though. The Poison Touch coming out. It is going to be stacking here with the right clicks. It's going to be ticking him down, but play hard. Can he get himself away from this? It's not going to be enough. Nah, the tick's not going to be enough, so he dives himself right back in onto the Dazzle and Dazzle. He doesn't have a point into the Shallow Grave. It's going to be the trade, but that's going to be Ace goes down first. He doesn't get the XP from this, and Enryu, a really nice kill there.
Neon very happy with what happened just now. And by the way, the one really nice thing that happened for Enigma was that he reached level 3 long before 4-2-3 was able to do that. So he got the level 2 Eidolons coming out. They were a little bit more tanky, and that makes all the difference. You know, we're not seeing the advantage for the Kunkka come out where he reaches level 3 first. Yeah. Tidebringer does more damage. Like, nope. So now now his Enigma's going to level 5 very soon, which makes it even more difficult for him to bring down the Eidolons. So they're very happy. It looks like in the end, Neon won that musical. Although I say that, look at the Eidolons, they still take one hit and almost all die.
Yeah,
but they would have been definitely dead if they was level lower, you know.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is still going to be. It's still going to be 4-2-3's lane to win. But at the minute, Neon, yeah, like you say, with the Malphus coming out, you know, the 2 points into that, the dive in. Speaking about dives in, they're going to be able to go for the dive in onto Sanctity. Sanctity here now as well. See, picks up the Illusion Rune. There's going to be the Requiem Souls coming through now as well with the fear onto the Snapfire. Snapfire taking so much damage, but the dive comes through. Kishka's going to be able to get the kill onto this, but Sanctity, he might pay with his life. Avatar mode chasing down with that Sleight of Fist. He's not even going to need to use it straight away. And now they've got the Searing Chains. They're going to be able to make the dive onto Kishka. Kishka going to be in so much trouble with 2 heroes stacking around. He's even going to be using the Remnants here after mode to do the extra damage, and Kishka's only level 4, so he's not going to be able to steal these play hard, trying to run himself away. He's going to pay with his life. There's going to be heals coming through from Ace, but Ace, is it going to be enough? The Sleight of Fist says no. And Avatar Mode got himself a double kill out of that, even taking down Sanctity. So even though you did lose Snapfire and the Marcy, it's still a great trade. And now the bottle here from SE, so he's going to be able to put it instantly in. You know, just Morty held all that the fountain liquid in his mouth and just goes into the bottle here for Avatar Mode, and he just picks up a free full bottle.
That was really good. I mean, the Sanctity basically schooled Avatar Mode in the mid lane. You know, that's the only real way you can say it. Doubling him in terms of CS. So they really wanted to commit for this kill on the Shadow Fiend. Worked out really good because Avatar Mode got the double kill. Like, that's the one you really want him to get the double kill on. It worked out very well for them. Sacrifice 2 supports, but you don't care because you also trade 2 for 2. Fortunately, needs to be careful standing next to this sentry ward.
Yeah, the
he's up against a level.
And the dive, they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Rubik, even with the Fade Bolt reducing that damage. The drag back comes through from the Dispose. Suplex City committed onto Kishka, and Kishka just goes down.
Check out bottom lane though. Fortune Soul needs to be careful. 1 decay could actually cost him his life if he's not careful. You can see he's like, he's like, I really want that level 6. Oh, and this is it. Very close. So he's like, he wants to get level 6 so he can start eating creeps. You don't want to go to the jungle if you're level 5 and you're low health. Has a salve. Looks like he's just gonna be fine now though.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to heal himself back up. And I mean, so looking at this, we saw the early kill for the Shadow Fiend. Like you say, he's ahead of net worth. It's only about 600 gold now. But is this where, because Avatar Mode's level 7, does he just want to leave the lane to the Shadow Fiend and look for pickoffs with the Marcy, with the Snapfire, or does he still want to be protecting this mid lane tower?
I think you want to rotate. I mean, when you pick Ember Spirit, you really don't want this here just laning. You know, like when you're laning, you're kind of not doing much. You're up against a Shadow Fiend who scales pretty well in the late game. You want Ember Spirit is very strong right now. You know, you got the level 7. He's level 7. Can you go kill the 4-2-3? Might be able to find him. They kind of know where he is, but that was an awkward way to approach it. And 4-2-3 is walking out. He's got the boat. He's level 9. He's got 2 bracers. Tanky guy. They're like, yep, we're not gonna be able to get this kill. And I'm gonna go for.
I don't want to call it a mess up here, but the Ember Spirit drops a Remnant underneath the Observer Ward here, which just then let 4-2-3 know they were rotating up, and then the Poison Touch comes through. Marcy's going to pay with his life now as well. Telekinesis onto Enryu. Enryu does have that black hole. He's going to try and turn this one around. He's not. He's just going to go for the TP away. And Kishka's only level 5, so there wasn't a spell steal though, so he maybe could have gone for that, but Avatar Mode now going to be left behind enemy lines. Just going to use his ball charge. Gets himself a free bouncy rune, but Avatar Mode still needs to run himself back to the mid lane. But yeah, the Remnant went down underneath a dire Observer Ward, so 4-2-3 had an early warning system that there was going to be a rotation through the smoke. You know, it wasn't revealed, but it was known to Lilgun if anyone was watching this ward in a sense, and 4-2-3, like I say, just backs himself up to the tier 1, between the tier 1 and the tier 2, and doesn't give his life away for free.
Yeah, that was really good game sense by him. And he's also going, fortunately, he's going to go get that nice juicy stack as well, helping him recover. He is the lowest farm core on his team. And, you know, he's just like, no, I don't like that. I'll be the most farm core on my team, so he just gets a nice juicy stack for himself. And Lilgun, they are pulling a little bit. It's not a big deal. Like, this is still anyone's game, but Neon Esports, they cannot afford to be behind. Like, Lilgun's draft is way too tanky for them to take an advantage.
Oh, in the mid lane. River, the dive away to the Remnant. Avatar Mode. Yeah, just keeping himself, you know, safety before top lane. Do they want to go?
Yeah. Seems like they did, you know. It's like the player jumps in, you're like, we're gonna get a fight. And they're like, no. Just want to, you know, tag your it. Now it's your turn to chase after me. Yeah, Neon, I will wonder if they're going to try to go for more active. As for the Enigma, by the way, turns out Enigma, Enryu does want to go for the black hole, sorry, for the Blink Dagger first item, not the Wraith Bag. Interesting. I don't think there's any wrong decision here. I thought the Wraith Bag would be a bit safer, but he's like, nope, I want to go for the Blink Dagger, land that big black hole, like I always do in my pubs, you know, always the 5-man black hole.
Yeah, if you're not catching a 5-man in your black hole, it's just a completely
even
wasted.
use it?
Yeah, what's even the point?
I mean, if we kill one person, I'm not even going to use it afterwards, because like, how am I going to get the 5-man?
Exactly. 4-2-3, just keeping himself safe. X-Mark's his spot, though they're going to be coming in. Searing Chains connects onto 4-2-3. He drops that bow, but there was no X-Mark drag back courier. 4-2-3 will go down, and now the chase is on the Unleash into Dispose. 4-2-3 going to be slowed down, not going to be able to walk himself away from this one anyway. Avatar Mode, hyper mobile. So Kunkka he pays with his life, wasn't able to escape from this and play hard. Might want to go even further onto this. He's going to be a Remnant in 2 seconds. Ember Spirit, does he want to dive on the Vision? He might be able to come on to 8 with the Telekinesis. A turnaround, play hard. He's not going to be able to, or is it going to be off? It's not. But Searing Chains, Sleight of Fist comes out. Kishka going to be taking a lot of damage, and Mortimer Kisses are going to be starting to be dropped now as well. Oh, Kishka though, he just comes super close in. He's still going to be taking some burn damage. Sleight of Fist now as well, Kishka. Shallow Grave, Avatar Mode dives himself down. Shallow Grave's going to be wearing off. One more right click, Avatar Mode does pick it up. Might pay with his life though. TP comes in from 4-2-3. There's not going to be any remnants. Doesn't have the mana for it anyway. Torrent will connect now. The Poison Touch. Is it going to be enough? He tries to go with the Sleight of Fist, but the Raise, Sanctity picks up a revenge kill.
I think that was 2 for 2 at the end of the day, right? They killed 4-3 as well as Kishka, and then they lost the Avatar Mode as well as the Marsh. So 2 for 2 trade. Neon Esports, that's okay, but again, slowly Lilgun taking more and more of a lead. We haven't actually seen the Undying sort of join T5. He's 0-0-0, but he's getting there. You know, max out Decay, level 3 in Tombstone, has a Falcon Blade, an item we see very often, but on the hero. Interesting that he goes for the Falcon Blade, but it does give you something that you need, which is a lot of mana regen. This hero absolutely guzzles mana, but uses it also effectively.
Yeah, and the extra health is going to be nice as well. The 14 damage we saw in the lane, you know, we got close to taking down Fortune Soul 1 versus 1, just dropping Decay stacks, a Soul Rip and a Tombstone. Unfortunately for the Undying, not for Fortune Soul, there is no TP disruptor on an Undying, so Fortune Soul just pops the TP, gets out of danger, but you can see that, you know, it is putting him on the back foot. That Undying came out of the lane with 300 gold and an advantage. As an offlaner, you know, if you're within a few hundred gold, you're happy. But if you're above the safe laner as an offlaner, you can call that a win in the lane.
Oh, huge, right? Like that, and especially now, like this is Klink's after getting Maelstrom and farming for a little while, that he's still behind. So we could definitely say that Undying did a really good job in the laning stage, and I mean that was obvious. Good job by 11 here. However, I wonder if Lilgun is going to consider like sort of grouping up, playing together. There is the worry of the Enigma, who does have the Blink Dagger and is going for the BKB next. So Lilgun, as much as you might want to push the aggression, you're also a bit wary, like, hey guys, if we stick as 5, they might do an Otomo hole and catch all of us.
Is that what we're going to call it? Is it?
That's what you miss all of them, actually.
I was going to say, is the Otomo hole the opposite of the Shiva Ravage? Where you catch everybody and you just win the fight there?
No, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see what the two teams are going for. It is a little bit more on the passive side right now. Neither team really making a big move. Although Neon is playing smart, they are trying to play more on the enemy side, taking that tier 2 top. And 11, he's just like, what are you doing here, guys? You know, just decaying creeps as much as he wants. Love the new 60 damage decay talent, by the way. Just clears out so many creeps in just one go.
Meanwhile, Snapfire is just going to be... He pops the Season Serenity, trying to keep himself healed up. But 4-2-3 just souls. It did mean that the boat was used, so there's no, if a team fight breaks out, there is no boat. Bottom lane, Black Hole's going to be used to catch out into the Shadow Fiend. Fortune Soul's going to be here with the damage now as well. He's got himself that Maelstrom, so Serenity, he's going to be able to get himself away from this. Oh, the fear! Is it going to be enough? He gets the kill into Enryu. He's going to be able to get the TP away now. Nothing to dive to from Play Hard to get the stun and the TP away. It was...
I think we could have used the rebound. Like, I think he sort of decided not to because he thought, oh, we have the kill.
Yeah.
Player's going to be kicking himself after... I mean, it's a one-man black hole, but still a good one if you catch the enemy Shadow Fiend without being interrupted. Very unfortunate. Lilgun, going to be very happy with that. This is starting to turn for against Neon. Like, this is starting to look pretty ugly.
Yeah, what's Sanctity gone for? I mean, he's even going to be able to take down the stack. I think it was just a double stack, but he's going to, yeah, straight into the BKB. He's going to be going for a Hurricane Pike afterwards. It looks like he wants the Daedalus and not the Silver Edge here in this fight. So, you know, he's going to have those the big crits, but no invis. And
I like it. I mean, he wants the damage. Like, you already have the Undying as well as the Kunkka, so it's like, do I really need to sneak around and all that? No, I'm going to be a man. I'm just going to stand in front. Let the other guys tank while I just beat down the enemy. So I like what he's going for this damage build. You know, everyone's going for BKB. Everyone's going for BKB on the Lilgun side, by the way. Undying is going to have it. Everyone's like, I think, 1,000 gold away. Kunkka almost has it with 200 gold. So 43 is going to... Oh, Avatar mode.
Oh. Can he get himself... I mean, 4 heroes, he's yeah. In a 3v1 situation, did he have... I don't think he had any remnants. Oh, no, he did. but he just wasn't able to get himself away from that. Oh, did he drop it? It was really close. Yeah, no, even if he dove back to it. But meanwhile, they've got Fortune Soul caught out, and Fortune Soul, one more raise, one more right click. Sanctity picks up that kill. And again, you can just see, like you say, Lilgun, or in fact, he might even be able to find out C. Can he move himself away from this? The chase is on. Where's the interrupt? They've got the telekinesis if they can get him range. The cookie up to the high ground, though. They've got the vision with the ward, so they're going to see where he's going. Does he just want to go for that TP? He's got to do it out of vision. But the chase, again, two heroes, they want to get aggressive. They're still going on to this. They are wasting time here, chasing onto the Snapfire.
Oh, they tried to find him. They tried to use the courier to actually find him in that little junction there between the tier 2 and tier 3. But they decided, you know what? You deserve it. But you tried, you did all that work to run away. You should be let go. Like, you deserve that.
Yeah, and you look where they took the fight. I mean, they were taking the fight on the Radiant side of the map, and the Snapfire shows to cut the wave. He pulls them all the way between the tier 2 and the tier 3 on the top lane, and that just means that Lilgun wastes so much time. Instead of being able to get aggressive onto the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, they've been pulled away. They can't fight that afterwards. You know, that was such a great play from the Snapfire. It might have even cost him his life. Speaking about costing him his life, the dive comes in. Marcy, though, the ultimate kisses. There's going to be the Shower Grave. Play hard. What's he going to be able to do? The Unleash, the Dispose back, and they're going to be able to get themselves on top of Ace. And Ace, this time, should be taken down. Avatar mode gets the kill.
Yeah, that was... Like, all started, like I said, with the Snapfire, pulling them up away, which is always what you want to do if you're behind. You want to force the enemy to split up, because that's always a situation. Enemies are like, oh, we want to stick together. Then one guy is like, hey, guys, they're pushing here. I should defend. The team, it takes a few seconds of indecision, and that's what happens. So, yeah, it wasn't the biggest deal to kill Ace, but it gives Neon a bit of breathing room that they desperately need. They're still very far behind. You know, this 5k disadvantage for Neon, it could as well be like something like 15,000 with the way that the situation is. Still, you have Black Hole, the big equalizer.
Yeah, we are going to see a 5-man smoke coming out from Lilgun. And Snapfire not in range to break it, which would be a good break because there's an Observer Ward right on. Speaking of a break, Fortune Soul going to be dragged back. The dust goes, the Axe marks the spot into the Torrent, and he is broken. Just snapped into so many bones.
Enryu does not have a TP scroll on the Enigma, so that's kind of unfortunate. Now fights happen, or he reveals himself. They're like, hey, he doesn't have a TP scroll. We can just do whatever we want. He is walking all the way to the Roche pit, but I think Roshan's going to fall before they even do anything.
Yeah, maybe just trying to get what they can out of this. The tier 1 tower, in fact, now it is going to go down. While this Roshan is being taken, I mean, they saw the walk-in. They have the ward outside of the pit, so they would have seen the walk-in there from Lilgun. It gets dewarded now. And yeah, there was just no contest with the Clinks being down. Enigma not having the BKB up just yet, didn't feel brave enough to contest that Roche, so they let it go for a tier 1 tower, but effectively for free.
Yeah, it's tough. You're in a tough spot if you're on Neon side. They know it. Their draft, like we said, they have decent pokers, but you need someone to really be in the front line. You need something like an Abaddon position 5, where it's like, hey man, just go die. Just go die. Be a walking vision. Be a walking ward for us. Sorry, they don't really have that. Marcy can sort of jump in, but she's someone actually there to be the leaping point from. So in all ways, Neon is they're struggling. But again, Black Hole, if you land a good one, that's all you really need to win the game. It sounds simple. Just land a good Black Hole.
Just land a Black Hole, yeah.
Just land a Black Hole. Just get a
easiest thing in the world.
Just catch all 5 of them. How hard can it be? I don't know why these pro players, they play all day and you can't even get a 5-man Black Hole at the end.
It's oh god, it's like when people say footballers just score the goal. What are you doing? You're a professional footballer. Just score the goal. Just win the game.
Just kick the ball. Yeah. Just kick it. It's what you do all day.
Easy. What are we paying you all this money for if you can't just win the game?
I love that one where David Beckham has a penalty and he shoots it one way and the goalkeeper goes the other way and he just flies off into space. Maybe that was a little before your time. I'm slightly on the older side. Anyway, looks like Lilgun. They're like, we have the Aegis. We have the presence of aura affects buildings for Shadow Fiend at level 15 talent, which means that they're really good at taking these buildings down, especially as they just do enough damage by themselves. They don't really need anything else.
Yeah, they are looking to trade off tier 2s, but Lilgun's going to get there a little bit faster. The TPs have to come back, otherwise Lilgun just continues to pressure. They're going to be able to go on to the tier 3s.
Black Hole, man.
Tombstone gets dropped. There's even going to be the tidal wave coming through, so the shard up here for the Conquer.
awkward for Enryu. He wants to walk in to like sort of get in position, but that tombstone's really annoying. It's 1,300 range for the attack and gives you 1,800. It actually has more vision than a ward, by the way.
Well, I mean, it gives out about the same amount of gold. It's just as annoying, if not more than a ward. Yeah, like you say. So it will time out, but this is going to be opening up the bottom lane. Oh, excuse me, the top lane and the bottom half of the map. So the melee racks. Fortification comes out, tidal wave drag back, but he's going to be able to get the sleight of fist off here, avatar mode. This Melirax Sanctity, does he want to push on to this now as well? The back lines though, play hard.
Nice.
He tries to go for a backstab. Enryu's going to be able to get the kill. They take down Ace, but it's going to be play hard's life that he gives up. And Enryu with the BKB now, the diving from Sanctity. Oh, the black hole! It was just there. Half a second, you blink and you miss it, but it was there.
That was very awkward. He's like, he has no life, he doesn't have buyback, so he's like, I gotta make something out of this life. Uses the BKB. There's also Rubik nearby. It was just really difficult situation for Enryu there being caught. And in the end, they lose the melee racks. They trade 1 for 1, but sorry, 2 for 1. Lilgun very happy with that trade.
Yeah. Oh, you might even have actually caught out avatar mode. Yeah, now Kunka's going to be taking a lot of damage. Big tanky boy, but the BKB is down. What's the Undying going to be able to do? Does he want to try and go for the sword? 8 seconds away. 43 is going to try and do his best, but he will be taken down. Fortune Soul gets the kill. And now the chase is on for avatar mode. Avatar mode, though, can he get himself away? What was stolen here? It's going to be the Fire Remnants. This is going to be a really nice pickup just for the Rubik to be able to get in, get maybe a telekinesis off, a fade ball off, and get himself back out. The damage as well. Sanctity stabs himself forward, play hard, one right click away from being taken down there.
Yeah, if it was a crit, if those 2 hits were crits, that would have been a dead Marcy as well. Either way, Lilgun, they don't really, like, they're playing aggressive, but they're not on the tiger, you know, they're not worried at this point. 7,000 advantage, the graph says they have an 87% chance, I think it's close to like 99%. Neon has to land an amazing black hole, and that's basically it. So there's just nothing for anything else that they can do. It's all Enryu. Enryu versus the world, basically.
Yeah, you've got to look, see that in a 1-to-1 on the lanes, the Undying, like you say, is ahead of the Clinks, but the SF, 7k net worth lead on the team, and 6 of that, maybe even all 7 of that, comes from the Undying and the SF's advantage over the Clinks.
Yeah, they just crushed it, man. Like, the Undying took 11 took a little bit of time to get active. You know, he's like, guys, let me get the BKB first. I don't want to join in without BKB. But once he has the BKB with this flesh golem, he is a super tanky. Super hard to bring down. He actually went for Tombstone zombie damage, by the way. And if I'm not wrong, I believe that's a damage increase of something like 70%. The average zombie does 33 damage, and then you add another 22. It's a lot. It's a lot of damage in the 15 talent, which makes it, again, very hard for Neon to take a fight, because their guys aren't that durable, and you're up against very durable opponents. Yeah,
and they've already got the melee racks on the top lane, the range back racks, 140 from going down. You know, Neon, if they're getting dragged out of these fights, because I mean the Roshan, 2 minutes 17 at least before he's back up, but if they're going to be looking to push any lane apart from this top lane, that lane's going to push in, and the longer you can keep Neon away from that lane, the further it's going to go. You know, it could end up that you lose the racks, the creeps start putting pressure onto the tier 4s. So, like you say, Lilgun are under absolutely no pressure here in this game. And Neon, they have to be responding to every little thing. So this is where Lilgun can play that push-pull around the map and just keep Neon on the toes, just keep them from going from one side of the map to the other side of the map. Just you know, try and put them on a spin cycle and just mess with the heads.
Wondering what exactly Neon's going to consider doing. You could have Enryu sort of split push. He's going to go for the Lincoln Sphere. Once he has the Lincoln Sphere, you can actually just BKB, jump on anyone in Black Hole. There's literally nothing they can do, because the only spell that pierces BKB is the Rubik Spell Steal, and you'll have the Lincolns to block it. So you should be fine in that situation, but it is a long time until we get that Lincoln Sphere. We are 500 gold, and we still have, what, about more than almost 4,000 gold to buy. So Lilgun, their big question is, do we wait for second Roche, or do we go now? You know, where the enemy Enigma doesn't have the Lincoln Sphere. So I think what Lilgun wants to do right now.
Yeah, and you can see this is just, in fact, he might find out the snap there. I was just to say this is how Neon have to go, because their entire jungle's been taken over. The dust. Is there anything to stop this? X marks the spot. No, wasn't there in time. Rubik didn't actually use the blink dagger to close the gap. maybe thinking that the X-Max spot may have come out a little bit earlier, or a Torrent or something like that. But yeah, no, they don't catch out the Snapfire. But this is just kind of what Neon have been reduced to. They're using 2 heroes to push out the top lane, while a third farms the dire jungle, because their entire side of the map has just been completely taken over by Lilgun.
And I think that, and most times I'd be like, Lilgun, they don't want to, they want to stick and push, but they're fine with this. Like we're saying, they want to wait for Roshan. They don't want to lose their advantage. They are still worried about that big black hole. It's unlikely that the Lincoln Sphere is going to be ready by Roshan, the second Rosh to respawn. So they're okay with the pace, the way the game is right now. They're okay with taking a little bit slow. And it's a little bit boring to watch, but it is the most efficient way to play. Why throw away an advantage you don't have to throw?
Yeah, and Fortune Soul, he's trying to get behind the creep wave, between the tier 2 and the tier 3s, just try and cut the wave to stop the pressure coming into the mid lane. You've got, again, the Enigma as well as Playhard pushing out on the Marcy, just trying to keep the pressure onto this tier 2 tower in the top lane so that they don't lose a range rax. But
Sanctity.
Oh, Dean might be able to get them top lane. Yeah, see, they're going to be coming through the Dust Reveal. They've got the X-Marks spot. Tidal Wave gets used as well. The Cookie, he might try and do a little bit of damage to Ace, but they've got the kill onto Sanctity here. SE will pay with his life to chase out onto the Undying BKB. Emryu is just going to go for that TP away, and again, nothing to disrupt that.
This ward on the hill gave him so much information. They took it a little while. Neon was like, "Oh, we're gonna go for it. We're not gonna go for it," but they do go for it. Same time, Avatar mode pushes bottom all the way there. So Neon, they're playing this they're doing all the right moves.
Yeah, like you said, they are just split pushing it out. They're trying to not take fights that they're going to be at a disadvantage at, and they're just splitting the lanes, just trying to, because again, they do have some heroes. Maybe not Playhard. He pops up. BKB was the rebound off. It's going to be Fortune Soul. He can get himself away with the Skeleton Walker. 4-2-3 comes in, but TP away, Ghost Walk out. And yeah, like you say, they are hypermobile, so they can get themselves in, push the lanes, and then just back out. They don't have to take a fight. They can guerrilla warfare this map here, Neon, and try and get some advantage back.
Lilgun, they know the black hole is down, and if they spot Roshan, they see it's up. So they might think, okay, we can take Rosh. We'll have 2 minutes to go for the push. Lilgun might feel not pressured, but might say this is a really good opening. Maybe force the issue as well if they want to. In the meantime, though, like Neon, slowly shrinking that net worth advantage. Still, 5,000 for Lilgun still means a lot more than just 5,000, but it's not as dire as it was a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and like you say, Lilgun, they don't feel any pressure, so they are going to get themselves into the Roche. But Enryu's here on the bottom lane with Avatar mode. They might be able to push in. They've got Eidolons, they've got Creeps. What's that next? Okay, conversion still about 20 seconds away, but Avatar mode pushing in. Fortification is available, but I don't know how much attention they're going to be paying here. This tier 3 tower, the creep wave is just immediately cleaned up, so the fortification does come out. Roshan, who got the... Shadow Fiend got the shot. Okay.
Yes, so that's eating it as well. And Neon, they're like, let's just walk out. Let's just not. They now they realize, okay, it's going to be a bit tough for us to take a fight against Lilgun. They do have the Aegis, but at the same time, Enryu's black hole is going to be up in 50 seconds. So by the time they reach their side of the map, he should have it. Enryu will have to land the black hole of his life to. I mean, that's the problem, right? You gotta do that. When you're in this situation, you kind of have to. But Playhard also, if he can catch someone, that might be a big deal. That might be a big deal. He's also got the BKB on the Marcy. This is quite impressive. He could just jump on the Dazzle and bring him down by himself.
Yeah, he has to use that first charge, the reveal of it, to get himself away from the gank on the top lane. But just being able to get yourself in, dive himself around, he's only on 7k net worth, and most of that is the BKB. Speaking about the dive, he's going to be able to go for the report, but it looks like it was a bit of a trap here. Midnight Pulse has been used. They get the kill, the BKB Sanctity. Emryu is going to go for the TP away. No, he's not. He cancels it. He thinks he was taking too much damage from Sanctity, and he goes down anyway. Didn't want to use that BKB.
No, it was the fear from Sanctity.
Yeah, okay, the fear. But, he doesn't use the BKB. He gets taken out there. And that means that he's dead 30 seconds, no buyback.
Yep, that is really terrible. The two people we were just praising, Playhard's got the BKB, Enigma's going to land the big black hole, and these two guys fall. 20 seconds is quite a lot. They do have the glyph, though, so may probably have Enryu up in time to hopefully defend the racks. Meanwhile, Fortune Soul teleporting back. Avatar mode's here as well. SE needs to come back as well. And maybe we'll just throw the ultimate. Alright, so they're going to have Enryu up. It's not too terrible. It's not too bad.
Yeah, X-Mark's spot's been used on Avatar mode. He's going to get dragged back into the torrent. But again, he has a fresh BKB. The tidal wave comes out. He's going to be dragged forward now as well. They're going to be able to get the root with the Gleipnir. But Sanctity is going to be able to move himself back, and again has that Aegis for the next 3 minutes, so he was just fine, just being the front line of that, doing the building damage. He takes down, again, another melee Rax. This range Rax hasn't been touched, though. So, Lilgun, they're slowly but surely choking Neon out of this map.
And Ryu, he's smoked up, trying to find someone. Let's see if they're going to go for this here. You have to still be careful of the Rubik, by the way. We haven't seen a Stone Black Hole yet, but it's not too late. There's still plenty of life left in this game.
Yeah, it's Sanctity. He does show, yeah, Marcy, nothing to dive off with the rebound, but they might be looking for anyone else to show, yeah. If they can get a good kill. Nope, Kunkka. Does he want to step up here with the Clinks? It looks like they might be on the back line, and they've caught out with the telekinesis. He take down Avatar Mode. Avatar Mode just has to straight buyback to the Mortimer Kisses are going to be flying through now as well. Bo backlines. What's he going to be able to do? Black Hole's going to be dropped. The catch too, but is it going to be enough? As Avatar Mode does continue to clean up now. What else is going to be going through? Enyo just gets taken down. The buybacks coming through left, right, and center. But he might have the kill onto Fortunate Soul. Fortune Soul, can he get himself out? Is he doing the damage he might? Oh. No, the Shallow Grave. It keeps the Undying alive. And now,
they're tanky.
Aegis has been popped. 3 heroes alive on the side of Neon. I think that's all buybacks expended here for them, though, as they carry on going. It looks like... Do they want to go? The Enigma does have the buyback now as well. Avatar Mode taking right-click damage. Sidekick trying to do what he can to keep him alive.
That was... I mean, that was a pretty good Black Hole. Neon played that pretty well. He got the jump on Ace as well, but Ace buys back, teleports in because they did take that outpost earlier on, and it's so hard for them to get killed. SE trying to delay this push, but
he just gets dead. He just gets dead, straight up dead.
He gets the dead. He gets the die. You know, he go the kill. All right, there you go. SE calls the GG, realizing that this game is over. It was solid performance from Neon early on, but Lilgun's draft is much easier to execute. Neon has banked all on a Black Hole, which seems to be a bad thing today. You know, everyone's picking Enigma, everyone's losing with Enigma. Lilgun's just went for an easy to execute draft and worked out perfectly for them.
Yeah, and like you said before as well, the Neon, they had tanky heroes in the Snapfire. You know, the Clinks gets pretty tanky as well. The Marcy gets fairly tanky after the BKB, but they didn't actually have anyone that wanted to sit in the front lines. So. Yes. It was, like you say, it was easy for Lilgun. You know, Neon wanted to get in, poke, prod, and, you know, get themselves out, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. But Lilgun just had the control, the fear coming through from the Shadow Fiend, the Telekinesis, the Tidal Wave, the Torrent, even the Poison Touch slow came out, and the Tombstone being able to, you know, another target that you have to dive in and take if you want to take that fight. And Neon, like I said, they just didn't have that front line. I would have preferred maybe seeing, instead of the Marcy, something like a Tusk, something like that can sit in the front lines and gets that control. But it just wasn't to be.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue that I thought with the same thing with Neon Esports draft. It's like, it's fine. Like, I'm okay with everything they have, but one of the heroes needs to change. Maybe not the Clinks or the Enigma. These two have to stay, but one of the other 3 heroes has to be something way more durable. Like, it has to be the +5 Undying or the mid Kunkka on your side. You know, that's what you need to be able to handle it. But unfortunately for them, that didn't happen, and Lilgun takes game 1 pretty convincingly. Yeah,
and well, that is not it for the series. We do have, it is a 2-game series, so we have at least, well, we don't have at least, we have exactly 1 more game to come between Neon and Lilgun. We are going to be taking a quick 10-minute break, guys, so if you go get yourself something to eat, go just stretch your legs, you know, quick 10-minute jog around the block, come back, we'll get ourselves into the second game of Neon versus Lilgun. We'll see you then.